Hello, how y'all doing? Trust everybody's doing great, because I am. Thank God for that. So, a quick one. Someone was asking, why is this generation so needy? Especially the millennials, the Gen Zs, the Gen Alphas, and even some of the boomers. So he's like, I don't understand. Especially among the females, they are so needy, like it's a lot to deal with. It's so hard pleasing this generation. I laughed. Honestly, while that is true, I don't totally disagree. Because back then, it was so easy, say for example, to please women once you're able to provide protection, security, once you're able to put food on the table, you know what I mean? That's all. A woman is home, a woman is happy. But this generation, if you are still hoping that offering a woman, say, security, financial security, providing for her needs, is gonna cut it, then you're mistaken. Also, this generation as well, it also goes vice versa. If as a woman you feel all you could bring to the table is just your good looks, it's just your kitchen prowess, and all whatnot, or your beauty, I tell you, it doesn't cut it anymore. Also, if as a parent you are thinking that once you're able to provide a roof over the children's head, make sure there's food on their table, make sure their basic needs, is met, then you're still stuck in stone ages. Someone would ask, why is that? Some of us were opportuned, it's a blessing actually, to be nurtured by boomers, and they were able to pass down what they have learned, from previous generations to us. And especially we, the millennials, are caught between the boomers and the Gen Zs. So most times it's hard for us to fathom, like, why are we so needy in this generation? Why are we so needy of affirmation, needy of love, needy of emotional intelligence, needy of validation? What? Where does it end? Can't we just stick to, basic needs and everyone is happy, right? Oh. You didn't get the memo? Oh no, so sorry you were left out. Newsflash, that's what it means to be in a woke generation. We're in a woke generation so much that if you're still thinking that when you provide those things or you just get the basics done, you're good. No, it doesn't cut it for this generation. As a parent, you have to do better. You can't just leave the kids to nurture themselves, train themselves, be there for themselves. You have to put in intentionality. Else you're gonna, should I say regret it? I don't hope for that. But in future, if you don't be there for them, nurture them, train them, like if you don't do just more than providing the basic needs, house, clothes, whatever, just the basics, it doesn't cut it anymore. I bet you when they grow, they're gonna so hope and wish and crave. Some might even resent you for it. So if you are also a woman and you feel just doing the basics, your kitchen prowess, your whatever it is, you are not improving, you're not emotionally intelligent, you are not beauty with brains, you are not smart, your aesthetics is nothing to write home about, you are not evolving, you're not building capacity, you are not not in a competitive way, complimenting in a very healthy way. You're not complimenting your partner, you're still stuck in the medieval times of once you know how to cook, once you know, by all means do all those. As a matter of fact, those are prerequisites you need. Being homely, domesticated, being all those, you need them. But hey, you need to up your ante. You really need to be achieving, develop yourself, build capacity. If you have to go back to school, do it. You need to constantly evolve if you are gonna succeed in this woke generation, maybe in your marriage and all whatnot. So the basics is not just cutting it for this woke generation. And if you're a man and you feel you're still stuck in stone ages, and you feel that once you provide, you're losing it. And you will continue to be frustrated till you come to terms that you see this woke generation, they know more, they need more, and they would stop at nothing to get more. Providing those basic needs doesn't cut it. As a man, you have to be emotionally intelligent. You have to know your partner's love languages. It goes both ways now, vice versa. You have to be helpful. You have to learn to be present. You have to learn, it's a lot. In fact, suffice to say that in this generation, as many that are revolving in this time and generation of Gen Zs, relationship could be so hard. That is why most relationships hit rock bottom, because some parties are not willing to evolve. Some parties are still stuck in the stone ages, and honestly it's gonna be, I don't know, it's gonna be foolishness, for lack of better terms, to still be stuck with old mentality and you expecting a new reality. It's not working. And let me tell you, it's even very, very severe with those that are especially in the developed countries, say those that left, say, the confines of what they are used to, say people that moved from developing to a developed country that is ever evolving. You notice everything is just so hard. You notice you can't just provide the basic needs for a child, and no, because in the developed country they have gone past the basic needs being everything or the bane of existence. They could access those things. Now it requires more as a parent. As a spouse, you keep wondering, what is it? Why is it so hard for me to please you or for us to have a good relationship? Look inwardly. Let this be a reminder. Go back to the drawing board and begin to learn, relearn, and unlearn, and develop. If you have to study, study. Most people, is so hard when you tell them they need to read about relationship. Most people put in so much work put in so much energy and time and maybe their job, because that's their source of livelihood. They ask them the last time they read a book on relationship. Ask them their thoughts on relationship. You're going to be so surprised. Okay? So that question really got me thinking. I'm like, I don't know. but it's a bit hard, I tell you, to please or to pacify a relationship in this modern times, unless you begin to evolve and learn. That's the only way. Else, it's gonna be, that's part of the major reasons relationships are severed, especially in the Western world and the Western culture, because most of the new immigrants, that is what they go through. Like, it's a whole new learning curve. Like, you don't even want to get me started. Like, I could give you examples. Back then, our parents, especially our moms, even if they are working, they just do something that is going to let them take care of family and stuff, and they did a lot, they carried a lot. But in this age and time, if you try that, they're going to see the woman as someone who is slaving away, and the awareness is everywhere. Am I supporting trying to how do I put it? I'm not supporting trying to not be diligent, trying to not be traditional or whatever. But my advice is you have to marry the both. If you're still trying to use old systems and expect new reality, it's way not gonna work. So, and that is why, if you notice in this generation, it's so hard for them to commit to relationship, because it's a lot. Everybody is so awoke and self-aware, your self-care, and all those stuff. So we are getting a bit too self-aware. So if it's something you're willing to do, you need to start looking for new ways. Okay, look for new ways. Try to read more, broaden your horizon, learn. Gone are the days where one partner dies in silence. Say, for example, the man, they are not allowed to show their vulnerability. No matter how the weight is on them, they carry it. This generation will tell you that carrying all those heavy weights doesn't signify strength. You're suffering and languishing, okay? Show your vulnerability. If you're tired carrying the weight of the family, share it. That's why you have a partner. While this generation will let the woman know that you also need time to rest. Whatever our parents did then was like they didn't have any option. But now, it's everybody can go get some money. So that's the things they endured in exchange of financial security, in exchange of affirmation, in exchange of societal norms and all whatnot. You don't need to do that anymore. You know what I mean? So, in a nutshell, if you want to succeed, whether as a parent, as a spouse, as a sibling, in fact, with anything human relationship in this age and time, in this jet age, if you are opportuned to be nurtured by the boomers as a millennial, good for you. Bring in that traditional or orthodox method, but don't forget to do what? Build capacity, learn more. Bring in the traditional old patterns, and then also embrace the new pattern. Merge it together. Okay? Merge it together. And you begin to smile. You begin to see success in your relationships, okay? It's so funny. Like, this is a very vast topic that I can't even expand. I'm just trying to, summarize everything, but I know it's the boomers and the generations before them, they are quite easy to please, and relationships were not requiring much, just the minimum, barest minimum. But this woke generation we're in. Someone said they would pluck your eyes out and show you your deficiencies and inadequacies. Like it will come staring in your face. Like they fear nothing, you know. I don't know. I'm not here to criticize or castigate any generation. The Gen Zs, Gen Alpha will tell you this is the best time. But the truth is, if you're looking to have a good, successful relationship, marry both the old and the new methods and work towards it. Never stop learning something new. And also learn that relationships, they don't just stop when you are in it. As a matter of fact, the job or the work starts when you are in it. So you need to keep seeking ways to make it work. That's just it. Okay, that's my 2 picks. Have a good one, and thank you for always supporting us. Yay! Don't forget, please don't forget to join our community for perks. Okay, there are exclusivities that are quite reserved for members of our community. Okay, thank you so much for the support. Okay, and have a good one. Bye bye. Ciao.